we walk through this every single day. And that was a drop off of black voter participation. And then you had a whole bunch of loud, ignorant, dumbass black people who were sitting here on social media, on YouTube, running their mouths, don't vote, tangibles. If they don't give us this, we ain't voting. No, we survived slavery. We survived the last 4 years of Trump. We can survive 4 more years. What these idiots don't understand is that Emil Bove nomination, they are relishing putting Klansmen, white supremacists on the Supreme Court. They can't wait to replace Alito and Clarence Thomas with a 45 or 48-year-old federal judge who is going to be so hard right that they so far right they'll be damn near left. These folks, they want to shut it all down.
He said a lot of things that were garbage already. First thing he said was, he made it sound like people didn't vote because of us. He kind of made that the point, like, hey man, people didn't vote because of these dummies, these dumb blacks. Hey Roland, how dumb is a party that can't put up a candidate that people want to vote for? And that's sort of like the party's job, to get a candidate that people want to vote for. Wouldn't it be important to hold like a primary and kind of vet out a candidate that people are interested in, that people want to support, that people want to see elected? Isn't that sort of the process? Didn't your party screw that all the way up? Your party tried to put together the plane while flying it, and it didn't work. And your response is to go after voters when 40% of voters 40% of black Americans didn't vote. That's about the average. Like, we vote more than any minority group, any group the size white people. I mean, I did the numbers, but you never mention numbers. You do a lot of smearing, but you don't talk numbers. Black Americans voted more than, percentage-wise, black Americans voted more than Asians and Latinos. Tell me I'm wrong, since you want to go after independent black media. Tell me, am I wrong, Roland? Because I know I'm not. Because I did my research. I know what I'm talking about. And I also know the drop-off, as we all know, was present way before the election. Yeah, man, Democrat optimism was at an all-time low. It's still at an all-time low. You want to blame that on black people, huh? Black people at home with internet connections, huh? That's who did it. Greg Card, I have no respect for him. Look at him giggling. Supposed to be a professor at the Black Howard University. And what does he do? Keying with lame Roland. And the same thing with, I don't know the sister in the glasses.
I have consistently said they want to defund black America. They want to strip everything when it comes to civil rights. They want to strip economic rights. They want it all.
Who cares? Black people been stuck at the bottom for 50 years messing with your Democratic Party. And what you want to do, keep messing with them. You just want to keep messing with him and keep messing with him. I say, Roland, he wants to do all these wolf tickets online, right? Roland, me and you can have a conversation, sir. The Black Truth Challenge continues. Roland Martin, you're up. Roland Martin, you claim to speak for black America, but why do you defend Democrats who starve our black communities in blue states? When will you demand real economic justice instead of party loyalty? Right now, tag somebody in the comments section that's dodging the issues that concern black Americans. Tag them right now. Hashtag Black Truth Challenge. Gotta use the hashtag Black Truth Challenge. Family, let's make this trend. Rolling. The clock's ticking. Answer us. Who's next? Tim Black Show. Out. We gotta have a conversation rolling on my channel because you'll cut mics. because you're a coward. Roland, black home ownership hasn't moved since the 70s. Since 1970, it's stuck at 40%. That's under your Democratic Party. You gonna blame Republicans for that? Why are we gonna blame Democrats who have been in office a number of times and also had the House and the Senate at various stages and always had the executive pen? So who are you gonna blame for that one, Roland? Whose fault is that? Are you gonna go out to internet people? Roland, we've been stuck at 40% before there was the internet, Roland. We've been stuck at 40%, Roland, before there was the internet, Roland. And also, if I go back and look at the numbers, we had the internet when Biden ran, and guess what? We didn't affect the numbers, Roland. See, look, guys, we're dealing with a person that's a disingenuous liar. Then we got Carr, who's a side man. He's like Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson, but Roland's not funny nor interesting, just loud and full of I don't know, man, embalming fluid. I don't know what that is. What is that? Hormones. Women, he's got women characteristics. Where's your man shit? Do you have any bass in your voice at all, Roland? When I'm talking to you, man, when I'm listening to you, it's difficult because I don't even sense any testosterone at all in your body. At all. Is it all gone? Take a supplement. But forget the jabs. Forget the cheap jabs. Roland. The Black Channel, Phil Scott, me, Tariq Nasheed, Vicky Dillard. All these people. I think I for Elite was here too. Number of channels. We all had internet connections. We all had channels. Joe Biden. Joe Biden got the most number of votes of any presidential candidate. He even beat out Barack Obama, right? How do you explain that, Roland? We weren't so effective, huh? We weren't so effective against Joe Biden, right? Because I never supported the Democratic president. Not since I had a show. I've never once supported the Democratic president since I had a show. And since that's the case, Roland, and I've been doing politics for 13 years now, Roland, since you want to blame us for shutting down the vote, why come we weren't able to shut down the vote when Joe Biden was running? I mean, you want to talk, Roland? So now we get strength when you lose. But when you win, explain then. Explain it, Roland. See, that's when I would shut up and let you talk. And everybody listening would see you, hear you, do a bunch of word salad. And they would know you're full of shit, Roland. It only works on your channel because you got a bunch of boomers who got to have somebody to believe in. For some reason, they believe in you. And you got sycophants like Carr and I forget the other ladies' names. But it won't work with an audience that ain't already your friend because they can tell bullshit when they hear it. Very simple logic, Roland. I'm going to go to the next clip. Roland. Poland. If we are so detrimental, we caused your party to lose, which is crazy. Sort of like you Bammers that believe in the Russia hoax. Yeah, a couple $100,000 worth of Facebook ads through an election, right? You were speaking that bullshit, weren't you? Weren't you one of those people out here spreading that lie that the Russians stole the election? I know you were, Roland. I know you were. Now you're saying a few internet channels with less subscribers than you somehow threw an election. Man, get out of here. Get your dumb ass out of here. Anybody that listens to Roland Martin, we just had breaking news. I don't even want to watch some more of the video. I just destroyed you. You are destroyed, Roland. You're pointless. Anything else I say will just be redundant. There's no reason to do a 30-minute, 20-minute video on you, Roland. You are pathetic. Your arguments are no arguments. You have a bunch of yes men and women shaking their heads like bobbleheads off a Walmart storage bin. That big bin with the cheap shit in it at Walmart, that's you. That's your arguments. Roland, you sound like the Russian hoax that we all know is bullshit. Your theory is less sound than their theory. At least they had somebody lie for them. Find me one source. Find me one source, Roland, that's quotable in any notable newspaper. Washington Post, New York Times, even go with Philadelphia Inquirer. Even one of those. I'll take that. Boston. I've been in all these newspapers, by the way, Roland. See, let me just say it. Of the people that you be citing, I'm the one with the most cred in the politics area. Yeah, I'm the one with the most cred in the politics area because I've been in the New York Times, I've been in the Washington Post. Okay, so and that Boston, what's that Boston paper? I've been there too, been interviewed there. So Roland, explain this to me. Cite me a source, Roland, that says it's any way indicates that black media had anything to do with Kamala Harris losing. Why have I not heard that uttered by anybody other than maybe Tiffany Cross? And I don't know if you noticed that, but she's not a credible source. She's not a paper of note. Now, what you're doing is you're just upset. You're looking for clicks. You saw your numbers down, and then you throw a rock at us, and we respond. And that helps you. And that's fine, Roland. We can play this game, man. Now, all you got to do is say Tim Black out your mouth, and then I'm going to go up in your shirt. Then I'm going to go up in your shirt, Roland, because you don't have comebacks for me. You ain't going to have any responses for me, Roland. Nothing factual. You're just going to get loud, start screaming. You're going to catch menstrual cramps, and you're going to run off the set because you have no response to credible questions. They upend you, Roland. Anybody watching from Roland Martin's show, let me say this. Look, I do not mean to have to name call Roland Martin. Roland Martin, I have no respect for Roland because Roland has a platform. Instead of using that platform to go after the Democratic Party and to force them to actually deliver for black people, instead what he does is defend the Democratic Party and go after black people that make demands of the party. He is what you call he's what you call Stephen from Django. He is an overseer on a plantation. That's all he is, man. He's a low-level thug for the Democratic Party. He's only upset when he's not getting advertising revenue. This guy does not care that black people are catching hell in this country. This guy does not report on the fact that 38% of the homeless people in LA and Los Angeles are black Americans. That we're 50% of the homeless in LA, and all he'll report on is the undocumented people. Because he don't really care about black Americans. He said he does. But does he? Because if you have a platform as big as Roland Martin, with an app, with the network, why aren't you pushing? Why aren't you a conduit to force the Democrats? Instead, he goes after people with no power and shames them, instead of using his platform to go after the people in power. See, when you got a platform, and you're supposed to go after people in power. You know, I'll call out Officer Tatum, but Officer Tatum got 3 million subscribers. I'm punching up. Roland punches down on all the little black people. See, this is a sickness that the older black folks who grew up in like the 70s and the 80s have, right? It's where the only way they lead black people is by shaming them, by degrading them. And for some reason, man, some of us gravitate to it. Luckily, with these millennials and the Gen Zers, we're getting into an age where black people, the new black people, they see through that and they're not going for it. Hence, all the backlash that Obama got when he came out here wagging his finger this time, calling us misogynists for not supporting a candidate that other Democrats didn't want to support. I mean, your own party didn't want to support her. Your own people in power within the Democratic Party did not want to support Kamala. And you assholes, you and Obama want to come out and chastise black Americans for not supporting people that you didn't even support? Your own party members. Nancy Pelosi didn't even want Kamala to be the nominee. Just shit out. Get your ass out of here, Roland. You are pathetic. The voters didn't want her. You are still playing that same, you're still talking about an election that's come and gone. It's over. Why y'all numbers suck now? Since you're saying all this shit about how horrible Trump is, why your numbers so bad? You know what? Democrats hate Democratic leadership, and you're a part of them. You're tied to the Democratic leadership, Roland. You are tied to Democratic leadership. You are as pathetic as them. I think, was it 17% of Democrats see you favorably? See the Democratic Party favorably. Congress, the Congressional Black Caucus is dead and rotten and stinking. We need to bury it and get rid of it. And along with it, dinosaur legacy media like you, Roland. Your days are behind you. You're a shell of what you were 20 years ago. You are despicable. You're an embarrassment to the profession of journalism. And it would be better for you to go out where you are on top with your money from Kamala's, from compliments of Kamala Harris's campaign. The money laundering scheme it was how to flush $2 billion in 3 months. How to blow. It should be a movie. What was it, 3 or 4 months? How to blow $2 billion in 4 months. Record setting. Why aren't we talking about that, Roland? Why aren't we talking about the most expensive 4 months of political politicking in American history was oversaw by an incompetent former attorney general and senator from the Democratic Party, the state of California? Why aren't you talking about that, Roland? Facts, receipts, $2 billion, 4 months, gone. All right, that's all I got for you, man, for Roland. Let's move on, guys. We got a little bit of time. Guys. Let's go to the comment section. Then I got one story after this, but it's fun. It's a nice story. We ain't gonna spend no more time on Roly Poly. Bleep. That's all, folks. They said Kamala pocketed the cash, Katrina. That's why Jake Tapper pulled his whole card at CNN. What? He had a cockamamie excuse. Come on, man. And his people brought it. They brought it. Roly Poly, man, because he won't get any more money from the Dems after Harris got washed. Butterball always punching down with his college Greek cred and boule appetite. There you go. There he is.
The Jim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.